Hello everybody and welcome to Game 2 of our Monday Night Football doubleheader. It's the 2-1 Cincinnati Bengals led by Joe Burrow taking the field ready to take on the 2-1 Denver Broncos led by Bo Nix. Both of these teams ready to do battle in the high altitude of Mile High Stadium at Empower Field. These two teams put on quite the show in Week 17 last season. Came down to overtime, and a tie game nearly sent the Broncos through to the postseason. Bengals stole it late, and they are looking to keep that pace here. On the road, though, Denver looking for revenge, and their Monday night game last year against the Browns, if it's any indication of the entertainment in store for tonight, going to be one heck of an offensive battle. Joe Burrow, Bo Nix, everybody in his seat here in Denver. Stepping up for the kickoff is Will Lutz, and we are underway from Mile High. Bengals begin on the offensive end. Return taken from the 14-yard line. Charlie Jones gets out to the 26. And that is where Joe Burrow will begin his afternoon. Number 9 looking for another terrific week offensively as we welcome everybody joining me for Game 2. SM Sid, Zoryu, John Zeller, Trey, Chili, everybody else joining me throughout. Good to have you guys here for Game 2. And forward we go. Game begins with a 1st and 10 from the 26. Inside handoff is going to go up the middle. Chase Brown picks up 9 as we meet the Bengal offense. Joe Burrow being backed up by Jake Browning and Desmond Ridder. Chase Brown, Zach Moss in the backfield. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Andres Yosivash at wide receiver. Mike Gesicki and Drew Sample, the tight ends. Bengal offense has been pretty hard to stop all year. Just ask all the teams they have beaten thus far. Burrow up the play action, sets his feet, goes deep in double coverage, and knocked away. Early advantage to Riley Moss, a guy who, for lack of a better term, had a bad afternoon against the Bengals last year. Obviously, not all his fault whatsoever. Him and Talanoa Hufanga there make a terrific play defensively. Went up Josiah Hernandez, and that sets up 3rd and 1. Burrow takes the shot. Broncos win the down on the defensive end. Man in motion behind Burrow, it's Drew Sample. And now Joe from under center sets his feet, goes downfield, picks out Mike Gesicki down inside the 50. Nick Benito drops in coverage and makes the tackle. Not enough though. What up, A-Rod? Broncos defense for the afternoon. Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, TJ Jones, Malcolm Roach, Nick Benito, Alex Singleton, Trey Greenlaw, Jonathan Cooper, Pat Surtain, Riley Moss, Jahdae Barron, Brandon Jones, and Talanoa Hufanga, the former 49er. Outside pass is hauled in. Jamar Chase all the comeback route. Joe Burrow's specialty to Uno. Their favorite connection through the air. Who'd you pick, Trey? Let me take a look here. I don't know why I actually closed the forums page. Meant to keep that open, so give me a play. 7-yard pickup there for Jamar Chase. Handoff goes to Brown up the middle. Set down after a 2-yard pick. Actually didn't go nowhere. No, never mind. Thought he picked up a couple there. Madden would disagree with me. Yet again, it is a 3rd and short. Well, first things first, the pick was split 20-11 in favor of Cincinnati today. They are facing a tough task, though. Bronco defense was terrific in the pass rush department last year. As Joe Burrow up the play action, gonna find out exactly why. Stripped of the football, Broncos recover in enemy territory. Nick Benito. How about that? And the Denver defense gets the opening laugh. Nick Benito had a lot of Defensive Player of the Year candidacy at the start of last year, looking for a title in 2025. On the field comes Bo Nix, ready to lead a short field for this Denver Bronco offense. That is one heck of an electric start to this one. And Trey, let me get you your pick for this game. You have the Bengals, so unfortunately, not the kind of play you have to see after hearing that kind of news. First turnover in a while, though. Finally have that under our belt. Didn't have any in that Dolphins loss 17-23 against the Jets in the other Monday Night Football game. Here goes Nix off the play action. Steps up, and he will pick up a couple. 2-yard gain on a near sack there. Tackle made by the big B.J. Hill, meeting the Bronco offense now. Bo Nix at quarterback, R.J. Harvey, J.K. Dobbins, his backup. Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, Devon Vele, at wide receiver, Evan Ingram and Adam Troutman at tight end. As they bring a fullback into the backfield. On a 2nd and 8, handoff goes to Harvey. Right side, stiff arm is in store. And it's just a gain of 2. But it's a very good one. What up, Bjorn? You made it. You didn't need a limit check here, SF. Last game of the week. Don't forget to screenshot your pick'em as well for week number 5. Make sure you have that stored somewhere. Denver facing their opening 3rd and 6. Bo Nix dropping back deep. Got to be careful. Pocket breaking down. Steps in and fires. And breaking away inside the 10-yard line. Marvin Mims Jr. 34-yard strike. And the Broncos fans ecstatic. Denver feeling good on both sides of the football. You got the Bengals as well. You had the Jets last game, though, so you got that one there, SM. 1st and goal for Denver. Bengals bringing extra pressure. Not going to work out in the flat and into the end zone. And it looks like Audric Estime will see. It's J.K. Dobbins, the new face. How about that? Broncos coasting early. Former Charger picked up as a free agent. Has himself a walk-in touchdown from the flat. Look at Denver. I didn't know if he took 27 or not. Knew he signed with the Broncos, just wasn't sure what number he took. Classic Bengals defense, so it seems. Not a hot start. What up, by the way, Retro? Not sure if I welcomed you in here. Extra point on the way. It is up and good for Will Lutz. Denver takes immediate advantage of the Joe Burrow fumble. And the offensive line of Cincinnati once again costing them precious points. Bengals' worst defense in the NFL? Yeah, I would have to agree. Poor Joe. Again, you put Joe Burrow on a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, watch him go 17-0. I'm not joking, by the way. Like, Hurts is a fine quarterback. But, and I should specify it, more last year's Eagles than this year. I still think they'll win the bowl, but I don't think they're as good this year, personally. Charlie Jones with his 2nd return. This time across the 30. Joe Burrow going to look to find a way after his opening turnover in week 4. Lord forgive Bo Nix for what he's about to do. The Bengal defense, yes indeed. I mean, even last year he was torching them. Didn't win the game, but still, that second half performance he had, that ball he found to Mims in the end zone, thing of beauty. Both of them actually were terrific. Broncos forced overtime. Couldn't find the win, though. Inside hand up to Chase Brown. Breaks the tackle, and he goes the wrong way. He'll lose a yard. Took the adventurous route. Ended up going in a negative direction. What up, Colby Madsen? The Bengals and Broncos are both 2-1 since he lost in week 2. And the Broncos lost in week 2 as well, I believe. Very similar seasons thus far for both the Bengals and the Broncos. Here goes Burrow. One-on-one, Jamar Chase breaking free, and he is going to go all the way 69 yards. You can kiss him goodbye. Bengals strike right back. And a Cardinal sin of football leaving number 1 in press coverage. Jamar Chase absolutely frying Riley Moss, showing him what he did last year. Uno. Enzo. This game, I mean, this is just a preview. This is the sneak peek. We are not even 5 minutes into this one. We have already had a strip sack and 2 touchdowns. How about that? What up, Redford? Cheering on the Broncos today. As the extra point for Evan McPherson. Up and good. All tied away at 7. Bengals respond in just 2 plays. Jackpot indeed. Need Jamar Chase to pop a little bit. Would not mind a game going up in the high 30s, low 40s. Like the Chiefs and Giants game did. 21 people in here. Appreciate you all joining me for game 2 of this doubleheader. Sunday night stream. Getting the Monday night games out of the way. Jets took down the Dolphins 23-17 earlier to improve to 3-1. Tie the Patriots in 2nd there. In a game behind the undefeated 4-0 Buffalo Bills. Patriots take on the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football next week. Should be another terrific matchup in a stacked AFC. Broncos on the return up to the 26-yard line. Devon Bailey brings that one out. Now we need T. Higgins, see if he can get involved. Yet to touch the football thus far. 5:40 still to go in the first quarter. Already 10 minutes into this game. Stream-wise, it's been electric. Can't deny that. Bo Nix looking to go band for band with Joe Burrow. Off the play action to J.K. Dobbins. Fires this one downfield, and it's incomplete. Looking for Cortland Sutton. Testing the secondary of Cincinnati, Cam Taylor-Britt. Might be the knight in shining armor, though. Criminally underrated cornerback, in my opinion. Does a very good job, despite the Bengals openly being a very Swiss cheese type of defense. Nix tries to fire back there with a deep shot. Winds up incomplete. Check down is going to be caught. Over pursuing there is Logan Wilson. And it's a first down to Mims again. Only receiver to catch a football today for Denver. See how long that trend will continue. As Joe Burrow looking for some help from his defense. That is something he says way too often. Niners-Rams is the opening game. Yes, we take tomorrow off. Back Tuesday for that one at 9:30 p.m. Midway through the opening quarter. Pure excitement thus far. That continues. Cortland Sutton has his first catch. That one picks up 14. I'm telling you, this game is going to get gritty. My prediction, I'm not going to tell you who I think is going to win. 41-38, though, is going to be the final score. It's going to be crazy. In overtime, I think we'll find OT. We'll see. Back into the Bengal half of the 50-yard line. Bo Nix going to hand off outside, I should say. That is R.J. Harvey on the carry, just his second of the day. And Harvey is a rookie running back. We are still yet to beat the Bengal defense. Let's do so. We have DJ Jones. No, that's the wrong roster. Joseph Asai, Trey Hendrickson, who is not with the team right now. Shamar Stewart filling in for him. B.J. Hill, T.J. Slayton, Logan Wilson, Oren Burke, Cam Taylor, Britt Daxhill, D.J. Turner, Jordan Battle, Geno Stone make up the defense. Outside handoff is to Dobbins. He'll pick up 4. And it makes it a third down. That feeling when you watch this interception. Let me know how that goes. We are yet to have a pick tonight. Just the Joe Burrow fumble. Jordan Love, though, got to secure it on Sunday Night Football. Packers dropped to 1-3 on the season. Disastrous start for them in September. Nix on the check down, caught on a 3rd and 4. J.K. Dobbins again, his second reception. Starting to get loose here in the Bengals secondary. You or I can relate to that. Happens a lot. It was the Jets Dolphins. Why would I watch? You're real for that. Stack left side and one wide receiver to the right of Bo Nix. 4-man rush again, not going to get there. And an errant drop from Evan Ingram. Usually a sure-handed tight end. I shouldn't say usually. Maybe that's not the right word. Giant fans could attest. Never forget when he made the Pro Bowl, when he was probably the least deserving player ever. Not to say he's a bad player, but never Pro Bowl worthy. Not that season. Drops that pass there. Nothing Bo Nix can do better. And he will try to find a way down the middle. Cortland Sutton able to hang on through a hit. And that is a 7-yard pickup. He did forget he's not with the Giants anymore. True. That is very factual. Yeah, Bengal Pickham's did not look too hot. J.K. Dobbins going to check back in on a 3rd and short. Bo Nix got good blocking. Doesn't last all day. Nearly intercepted. Good pressure came late and nearly forced the opening Bronco turnover. T.J. Slayton. Bo Nix was treading on thin ice right there. Will Lutz is on for the opening field goal attempt tonight. 33 yards away. It is up and good. Broncos take their lead back 10-7. Bengals, though, make a stop. What up, Flash Gordon? Probably got Bo Nix rated above Burrows? I don't think they do. I don't think so. Not to say Burrow has been a bad quarterback. Again, though, his offensive line can't really block for him. And that's why they turned it over. Otherwise, this game could easily be 10-7 the other way. Maybe even a larger margin for all we know. Can't do hypotheticals here, though. This is the National Football League. Ifs and buts are for a different type of organization. Bengals will take over. 2:16 to go in the first quarter. We are still in the opening period with plenty of time to go. 15 minutes into stream. How about that? Can Trey Hendrickson be traded yet? That's what I'm saying, man. Just get up out of there. I don't know what more the guy has to do to leave or get paid. We'll never know. Burrow and the Bengals looking to tie the game here once again, or take their first lead. Handoff goes inside to Chase Brown, brought down by Zach Allen. That's a 2-yard pickup. 2 minutes now to go in the first quarter. Can smell the NFL season coming up. Hey, you're right about that stench. I can factually prove it. Burrow going to hand off to Brown once again. This time got better blocking up front. Still, though, mild gain of 5 on his 5th carry. Nick Bonito has been all over the place today. Was the strip sack forcer. Actually, was he? I'm not sure if he forced it or if he recovered it. To be quite honest with you, let me go back and take a look. See if I can find out. As Cincinnati faces a 3rd and 3. Quick fire down the middle as T. Higgins has his first catch inside the 45-yard line. Yeah, let me see if, Bonito forced it, scooped it, and got the sack. So the old hat trick. That's awesome. Appreciate you, Trey. We'll be preseason warriors at least, I hope. Final minute of an action-packed opening quarter from Mile High Stadium. Fake handoff, and the wide receiver's not going to get it. Chase Brown takes the run, and will collect 5 on the left-hand side. That's a voice crack. What 2 streams in 1 day, what 5 streams in 3 days will do to a mother lover. Charles Thomas and Harley Guitars in the building. Bengals need to outscore opponents this season by a lot. Not wrong. Time is ticking away here. 2nd and 5, Joe Burrow from the empty. Jamar Chase in motion to his right. Burrow going to sidearm pass down the field. Wide open, Andres Iosivas, and he is gone. Not a Bronco in sight. Wow. And the Cincinnati Bengals have the lead late in the first quarter. Andre Iosivas. No Broncos anywhere near him. Easy walk-in touchdown. How about that? Bengal offense, man. Hard to stop. I don't know why I have it written down as Andres. I know it's Andre. And so I always catch myself saying the wrong thing. I'm going to fix that real quick. Money Mac, Evan McPherson on for the extra point. And the Bengals lead by 4. 14-3 run since the opening Bronco possession. Bengals have taken over offensively. This is what happens when Joe Burrow is able to throw the football. Believe it or not. 25 people in chat. Once again, appreciate you guys joining me. Drop a like down below if you haven't yet already. 15 is the goal for this absolute shootout. Might match the number of touchdowns we have by the end of it, if we're lucky. McPherson going to put the ball back on the tee. Yeah, let me go back and look at that route. That was a very interesting touchdown. As the Bengals will kick it off. And the Broncos will have a return to Von Vele from the 5-yard line. Hit hard at the 23. Yeah, let me take a look here. Iosivas was at the bottom. No, he was in the middle. Wait, hang on. Yeah, that's a basic corner route, just a shallow corner. Hit the break and nobody turned with him. Bengals take advantage of the defensive overlap as the handoff goes outside to R.J. Harvey, and he ends the opening quarter with a bang. 23-yard pickup, and it's just the kind of game you're going to get. Bengals 14, Broncos 10 at the end of 1. Bo Nix going to try to take the lead right back on the opening play of the second quarter. Handoff to Dobbins, Broncos across the 50. Denver routing up this Bengal defense. And much love for the OG, man. And the feelings are reciprocated most profoundly to my channel members, too. All signs point towards a rush again. On 2nd and 2. Right side pitch is out there. Going to the backfield low. A 2-yard loss. That is Miles Murphy with the tackle for loss there. And the Bengal defense again starting to tread water a little bit better. Got to respect it. See if they want to bring some pressure on a 3rd and 4 to get Bo Nix uncomfortable. They will not, and they will pay the price of a first down. Cortland Sutton. Another Denver Bronco conversion. How about it? How about that? Bring it about MSG. Let me know if your week 5, my week 5 went through. Gotcha. Nix once again from under center. Hands off left side to Harvey. Got one good block there from McGlinchey. Not enough though. Just a 2-yard pickup. Yeah, let me take a look at the week 5 pickup. I think we actually have a lot of submissions already, which is a very good thing. 33 submissions. Actually, one's a repeat, so 32, which is already more than last week. And that was after the late submissions as well. Make sure I have yours in here real quick. Bo Nix from the empty. High snap is collected as he sets his feet, fires for the back of the end zone, and he drops a dime in the bucket. Number 2 for J.K. Dobbins. Wow. Looked like the touchdown he threw last year against the Bengals late in the second half to get the game tied, and what a dime here in Denver. Thing of absolute beauty. That's terrific. All right, yes, let me take a look at the week 5 pick'em. Here we go, though. We are going to take a second look. Did J.K. Dobbins get that second foot down? We mentioned he was working with very little space there and not a whole lot of emphasis on getting the foot down and bounds. He appears to be out, and we will have to see what the officials think. No. And the call on the field is going to stand out a very good angle there. Officials think they had a better look somewhere else. All right. Fair enough. Yes, John Zeller, I do have your submission. Number 12 out of 32. That was close, though. You better believe, baby. Chris Delilah loving it. Another missile. Extra point is up and good, and the Broncos lead by 3. Once again, second lead change already. This game is going to go back and forth for a while, we presume. You won't want to go anywhere. Final game of week number 4. And with a full house in front of us tonight, good time to mention the week 5 pick'em in the community tab or the Discord. If you'd like a link to that, let me know. Myself or one of my moderators would be happy to provide. But there you will be able to find a link to a Google form to fill out. And the top 13 finishers this week will have a spot in the MSG Fantasy League Invitational. Bengals on the return, a pretty good one, out across the 35 to the 37. Locked in from New Zealand. Love your work. Hey, appreciate it, man. Some international viewership is always much appreciated. I know we got Mateo over in Europe who tries his best to get in here whatever he can, but hey, W from New Zealand. You'd love to see it. Nothing better than having some American football fans from other countries. It's a contagious sport, that's for sure. Joe Burrow and the Bengals get this drive started from the 37. Inside handoff again goes to Chase Brown, and he is ping-ponged around for a 5-yard pickup. Pizza roll in the chats. Appreciate it, man. And here's the Charles Thomas trivia question of the game. Who were the original Monday Night Football announcers? Ooh. That is a very good question. I believe Al Michaels was one of them. I could be wrong. Chase Brown picks up 5. Football back in his possession, and he'll only find a yard the second time around. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. How about that? What up, Travis? Jamaica, Portland. Wow. Lots of viewership from all over. Starting to get loud inside a mile high. Extra pressure coming. Burrow goes outside, knocked away. Zach Allen in coverage. You don't see that every day. What up, Leon Trey? Bronco defense throwing a whole lot of tools and wrenches Joe Burrow trying to confuse him. I love it. I'm here for it. Punt coming up, first of the game for either team. Ryan Rakow gets this one away. A good kick and plenty of room to return from the 12 up to the 25 for Marvin Mims. And Bo Nix will take back over with a lead. Howard Costello, that sounds a lot more correct. Again, that's before my time. Not by too many years, but I'm wrong. By a significant amount of time. Not going to lie. Broncos get their drive started. Handoff goes inside to J.K. Dobbins. Extends forward, just short of a first down that time. Second and a yard coming up. Broncos are continuing to just impose their will on this Bengal defense. Broncos play against Eagles next opponent. So many people want to pick the Broncos to win. I am interested to see how that game goes, actually. Should be a lot of fun, though. Dobbins going to check out. R.J. Harvey checks in. Nix off the play action. Sets his feet downfield again. Low and incomplete, looking for Mims. Cam Taylor-Britt, though, in his back pocket like a checkbook of a broker. Clock stopped with 6:05 to go in the second. Who's going to win MVP? Awards I haven't really thought about yet. I'm going to go Joe Burrow this year. Third down at about a half yard here for the Broncos. Would be a good time for a Bengals stop. And Cam Taylor-Britt with heroics. No, not even him. That is DJ Turner. Thought that was CTB coming back at it there for back-to-back plays. He was on the opposite side. Doesn't matter who. It matters how. What a BG Pro. And the Broncos forced to go 3 and out. Jimmy Croshaw on for the punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for by Charlie Jones at the 29. Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson? I think Lamar's better, I'll be honest. Allen's a better passer. Lamar's definitely a better rusher, but I'm not sure how much longer it's going to last. We'll see. We will see. Bengals take over as their defense gets a rare 3 and out. Especially against a top-tier offense, but the Bengals, one of those as well. It's Mike Gesicki. That is his first catch today, actually. The one earlier was Drew Sample, if I'm not mistaken, and then Drew Alt was the man in motion on that play. No, I said that incorrectly for sure. Welcome in, Travis from Jamaica, Portland. Appreciate you joining me. Burrow from an empty pocket tends to favor this. He can find quick targets if he chooses to do so. That time got away from him. Incomplete, looking for T. Higgins flat across the face. Watched one vintage 70s game that had a broadcast from the moon. Wait, what? From the moon? That's legit? Raiders game. That's crazy. Have to let me know what it is. Broncos got 4 on the line of scrimmage again. That is how many they rush. Burrow down the middle, coming back for it. Gesicki. Alex Singleton with the tackle. 3rd and 4. One more time. Some peak entertainment in this game. I have been thoroughly enjoying it. Hopefully you guys have as well. Joe Burrow and the Bengals face a 3rd and 4. One more time looking to convert. Burrow off the play action. Sets, fires near sideline. Pass is caught, but 2 yards short. And across the 50, they have a very interesting decision to make here. You know, Zach Taylor often doesn't think twice. And why would he? Most of the time, this is automatic. But for once, some trust in his defense after a couple of good possessions in the last 3. Ryan Rakow's punt out of bounds at the 30. And that'll go down as our worst punt of the year. 19 yards. Awesome. Cool. Madden and their special teams never fail to amaze me. Honest to goodness, in situations like that, I wish I had control. I'd take a live chat vote on whether or not to go for things like that. I really would. Pratt is not on the Bengals. He is with the Raiders. Broncos, though, have plenty of time to go back down the field and extend their field goal lead. R.J. Harvey up the middle picks up a pair. Madden never lies. I mean, hey, I guess there is no objective truth, therefore Madden can't lie, I would say. What have I told you, Broncos country? Let's slide. Hey, man, they're looking pretty good here. Got a 2-1 record, looking to get to 3-1 if they can hang on to this lead. They are en route to another good possession here. With a handoff going inside, J.K. Dobbins, another first down rush. That one picks up a full 10. Broncos getting closer and closer to another score. Around the time of the game, we take a look ahead to the rest of the Broncos schedule for the next few weeks. Wait for them to snap it here, though. Bo Nix has more to offer to this Bengal defense. Another handoff, and this is going to work out beautifully. Back-to-back, one for Dobbins, one for Harvey. Broncos right across the 50-yard line again. I appreciate it, man. Glad to have you in here. Yeah, Denver's next couple of games, they will visit the Eagles next week. They are unbeaten still. In the 3-1 Jets in Week 6. Denver's schedule certainly does not get easier. Would love a victory over a great team like the Bengals. Outside pass is caught, turning upfield. An easy first down for Adam Troutman. The former Saint has his first touch of the game. It's another beauty. And the Bengals have just been on their heels all day long. Logan Wilson has actually probably played worse than if he wasn't playing at all, not going to lie. Two receivers right and three to the left side of Bo Nix. Picks his strong side, winds up an incompletion. Cam Taylor-Britt once again stops the clock just before the 2-minute warning. 2:07 to go. And we'll take a look at the Bengals schedule coming up here. They take on the Lions next week in Cincy and then head over to Green Bay to take on the Packers. AFC North versus the NFC North this year. Going to be some classics in between. Low pass is caught down the middle. It's Devon Bailey rolling over defenders down at the 6. And will take us to the 2-minute warning. Bengals 14, Broncos 17 as they're knocking on the doorstep one more time. Post 2-minute warning. Nix from the shotgun. R.J. Harvey to his right. Nix on the crosser, wide open Marvin Mims. He dives and breaks the plane. Broncos lead by 2 scores. There it is. Superb opening half for Bo Nix, and it ends on that touchdown. Marvin Mims again finds the end zone. Wow. Nah, not better than Jim Nantz. He's got a long legacy in a lot more sports than I would ever imagine. But I appreciate the kind words there. Means a lot. Stick around the halftime, by the way. Got the live poll coming out there. You'll be able to vote for who you think wins this game based on the scoring scenario. As the extra point is up and good for Will Lutz, making this a 10-point Bronco lead, their largest of the day. Bengals will kick off to begin the second half as well, so they need points on this next drive to have the best chance at a comeback victory. Nothing Joe Burrow can't take care of, though. Nothing Jake Browning hasn't seen either. He had a couple of big-time games when Burrow was out in 2023. Crazy season that was. The entire AFC North almost made the playoffs. Every team finished with a winning record. It is now 2-minute drill time for Joe Burrow. Charlie Jones gets him set up shop at the 26-yard line. A buck 52. And all 3 Bengal timeouts. Knicks might finish with 6 passing touchdowns. I wouldn't put it against them. The Bengals keep scoring smart. What up, Job Easy? Jake Browning is the best quarterback in the league. Hey, when you need a guy like Jake Browning, he's there for you. He would start on a lot of teams. I don't disagree. 2-minute drill time for Joe Burrow. As he begins through the air, down the middle, it's Mike Gesicki going down low, secure at 8 yards. And a good quick fire there from Joe Burrow. Wish my quarterback had that much aura. Hate that he's a division rival because I can't compliment it as much as I would want to. 90 seconds to go now in the second period. Burrow again, quick fire, caught by his tight end. Got a good block out in front as well. Actually, that's Andres Josivac again. Andre Josivac, gonna stop saying S at the end of Andre. Another big completion. First since his touchdown, Bengals take their opening timeout. He is built like a tight end and wears a tight end number. I guess 80 is inherently a tight end number. Jarvis Landry also wore 80, so it could be wrong. Just a wee bit. Cincinnati takes their opening timeout from their own 45. Joe Burrow looking deep again. Misfires at the diving Jamar Chase. Burrow often looks great, but when he doesn't look good, that offense comes crashing down. If he had a little bit of run support, just a little bit, or a couple extra good offensive linemen, life could look different for the Bengals. Or defense, anything. Get you some help, man. Incompletion there, though. Makes it 2nd and 10. Right back downfield. T. Higgins with the first down catch. And now the Bengals can take their time into field goal range. Oh, he might easily be working to the top 3. Bo Nix was a terrific pull. I really do admire that pick. I like it a lot. 1 more minute to go now. Bengals still have those 2 timeouts. Burrow goes downfield, and he's intercepted. Picked off at the 31-yard line, and he saves the touchdown. Shadé Barrett with the interception. There it is, A-Rod. He has to be here for it to happen. And Joe Burrow turns it over for the 2nd time this evening. Finds the open arms of Shadé Barrett. Just a terrible pass, all things considered. Not good at all. Tong Yang says, let's ride. Broncos country looking awfully good here, offensively and defensively. Forced a strip sack. Nick Benito had the force, the sack, and the recovery on the opening Bengals possession. That led to a touchdown. Broncos try to cash in again right before halftime, and they get the ball to begin the second half. Hanging on to that football is very important nowadays in the NFL. Bo Nix has absolutely all day. He'll step up and take 3. Broncos take a timeout. Good defense there in the secondary. Pass rush, not so much. That's what happens when you don't have Trey Hendrickson. What up, T-Fishes? 31-14, 1.5 is diabolical. Hey, man, this is a Bengal defense we're talking about. I would not put it against them. You would be surprised what had happened. Broncos, 1 play, already back across the 50, and then some. Devon Vele once more. Timeout taken by the Bengals as they suffer an injury. Just a brutal last couple of plays. Joseph Osai, notoriously known for losing the AFC Championship game with the late hit on Patrick Mahomes. The last time the Bengals made that deep of a run. And again, hurts his team by going down with injury, forces them to take a timeout. Broncos get some extra life. They may no longer be thinking field goal. Might look end zone again. Outside pass caught by Ingram, and maybe that changes with the check down. Because they're not going to take a timeout, because why would Madden have the logic? Oh, wait, they did. Never mind. Love you long time, Madden 25. Denver takes their second. 31 seconds to go before the break. This is wild. I did not expect this much defense, I can't lie. I know I'm saying that with 38 points on the board, but the Broncos defense has really done well today. They've given up 2 big plays, but they were just bad plays from their defense, that's all. Offensively, though, 1 punt today, 1 field goal, and the rest touchdowns. Bo Nix back down the middle, check down caught. Minimal gain of 4, and I think the Broncos are complacent with kicking 3 here. Not going to hang their heads over. And they might be able to get 1 more snap in. We'll see. Just got to be smart. So all that matters is the clock will wind down. They will take a timeout. No harm in that. Points are points, especially when they shouldn't have even had the ball again to end the half. 39 people in chat. Seen a lot of new faces. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. On the road to 3,700 subs. Hoping to get there before the end of July. Will Lutz will come on for a pretty long field goal here. Lutz steps up to a 51-yarder just before halftime, looking to extend the Bronco lead. It's up and through. And with 1 second to go, we will have a kickoff, and that should take us to the break. Going to get the live poll going for you guys here. You will be able to vote in chat for who you think is going to win Broncos get the second half kickoff, by the way, which is why that Joe Burrow interception may have been more costly than originally thought. Live poll is out. Go ahead and vote now. But yeah, looking at this Bengals schedule, even beyond this game, Lions, Packers, Steelers, Jets, Bears, Steelers, Patriots. What an absolute gauntlet. There are really just no easy games left in the NFL now. Every team is incredible. What up, Brent Yeager? Good half of the Broncos. Can't wait for the real thing. Me too, man. One of the games I have circled on my calendar, even as a Browns fan. This will be a hate-watch kind of game, but entertainment should be cool, too. Joe Burrow going to have one last second for a heave, and he can definitely get it there. Has the arm, but Nick Bonito has different ideas. It's halftime. Broncos 27, Bengals 14. A fresh 10 on the clock, and Bo Nix is loose once again. Things you love to see. What up, Bjorn? Broncos about to put the BTA. It's looking like it. Joe Burrow has just been upended time and time again today. Appreciate it, T-Fishes. You're a real one for it. Broncos will take a return from inside the 5. And the second half is underway with the return out to the 27-yard line. Bo Nix had a terrific opening half that featured 3 touchdowns, 2 of which found J.K. Dobbins, 1 to Marvin Mims. And then 2 field goals, just the 1 punt. As a Browns fan, you'd like the Broncos? No, historically, no. But again, I have to because they're playing the Bengals here, you know. Bengals in the 3-3 double mug, and they will drop a linebacker as Bo Nix, finally being pressured, has to fire an incompletion. And even as a young quarterback, has the veteran mindset to know when the play is simply going nowhere. Avoids a sack, lives to see a 2nd and 10. Mentioned earlier, both these teams are 2-1. Denver looking to extend their lead now that's out the AFC West. Pretty significant. The 1-3 Chargers, 1-3 Raiders, and the 2-2 Chiefs, as R.J. Harvey will pick up just a yard on the carry. Or was that Dobbins? I probably wasn't paying attention. That was J.K. Dobbins. Taking a shot in the dark. I was incorrect. That is Geno Stone. You would be correct. That is open to make a stop here on a 3rd and 9. Bo Nix again. Looking to convert up to the 37. Has different ideas, though. Going deep downfield. Double coverage knocked away. Pass is broken up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals get the football back immediately. That is the kind of defense they're going to have to rely on for most of the rest of this game, based on Joe Burrow's lack of production throughout the opening half. Punt here for Jeremy Crawshaw. It is up and fair caught. Short kick to the 36-yard line. 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go. 50-second possession there for the Broncos. That is not what they had in mind with a 13-point lead. Current live pick'em votes is 80% in favor of the Broncos, 16-4 there. Don't forget to get your representation in for the MSG Democracy. Good starting field position here for Joe Burrow. Trying to clean up after a nasty opening half. Andre Yosivas out in space. That's a 13-yard pickup. You love to see it. Play-by-play color, black and white, whatever you want to say. I do it all here. The one-man crew in year number 4 never gets old. Here goes Burrow from the 49. Again finds the crosser. This is Gesicki, and he has a nice first down reception. Former Dolphin and Patriot able to cross the 40-yard line down to the 37. And the Bengals must have listened hard to the Zach Taylor halftime speech. Although I'm not confident he was the one that initiated something like that. We'll see. We will have to wait and see. Bengal offense, though, has turned a new leaf here in the third quarter. It continues. Mike Gesicki again. Talanoa Hufanga makes the tackle, but much delayed there. That is a 14-yard gain on back-to-back first down catches. Quick drive, pieced together here. Burrow trying to find the end zone for the third time this evening. Taking his time with the snap, though. Puts Gesicki in motion after a couple of catches. Burrow going to pump and fire left side. Jamar Chase is there. Falls over top of a secure catch. It's a 9-yard pickup. Khalil Mack to the Bears. Imagine if he was there with this current defensive line. Would be filth. Bears are putting together quite the team. Cannot lie. 9-yard gain for Jamar Chase on the check down. Still loud on Monday night here at Mile High. Burrow going to have to deal with the noise. Goes low. Caught by Chase. First down Bengals. First and goal Bengals. Jamar Chase had the opening Cincinnati touchdown. Went 69 yards. Riley Moss was in press coverage, and he learned very quickly why you don't test the waters of number one. 8 yards to the end zone for Joe Burrow. He has been conducting this drive from the get-go. See if Chase Brown gets back in involved. Not this time. Pass going up top. Caught by Gesicki. Plants his foot. Turns upfield. Picks up 5. Second and goal from an open 3-yard line. Denver's pass rush should be better than this. They have looked pretty good today, though. I think they have 2 sacks and a forced fumble. So they've been okay. 5-yard pickup there. Mike Gesicki having himself a legacy drive. Burrow goes inside, and the touchdown held on to Andre Josivac again. His second. New favorite Bengal name, not going to lie. And we are back within 1 score at Empower Field. Joe Burrow finds Andre Josivac on a tight slant. There it is, Joe Burrow back on the positive side of the touchdown to interception ratio with that one. Bengals 20-27. And Evan McPherson looking to make it 1 point closer. Extra point is up, and it is good. Bengals 21, Broncos 27 after a 7-play, 63-yard, 3-minute, 18-second drive from Joe Burrow. We have 48 people in chat. That is a number I don't believe I have ever reached on this channel. Might have just set a new record. On a later stream as well, kind of surprising, but cannot appreciate you guys enough for sticking with me through the opening game of the doubleheader. Jets took down the Dolphins 23-17 for those who were unable to join earlier. Dolphins came back late, just too little too late was the case there from Hard Rock Stadium. And here, of course, we expected nothing less but an offensive shootout. I projected high 30s, low 40s, and it's on pace, that's for sure. Broncos, though, after a 3-and-out uncharacteristically, will have to come back out and look for something different. Always say that when I'm trying to type it. Hey, the reiteration never hurts. Never a dull moment. Yeah, 50 in chat. I think we have 50 right now. I don't know. YouTube is always kind of hit or miss when it comes to this, but hey, it looks like we got 50. No complaints there. Wow. 50 people, 11 likes. Let's fix that. Hit the like button, everybody. Would really help out in the algorithm. Bo Nix and the Broncos back to business here. Checked out football caught by Devon Bailey. Punished for his 7-yard gain. Logan Wilson with the tackle. And a little MLB update for you. Sunday Night Baseball. Mets 5, Giants 3. Bases loaded. Bottom 9, 2 outs. Best situation in baseball right there. Doesn't get better. 2 tight end set here for the Broncos. Doesn't mean Bo Nix won't look to air it out. Down the field he goes. Right sideline in the bucket. Cortland Sutton on the sideline. Gets the toes down. Drops that one down. Who's going to be the Browns starting quarterback? As a Browns fan, I have been starting Joe Flacco because I thoroughly believe he'll be starting week 1. I don't buy the pick and propaganda just yet. 5 to go in the third. And the Bengals rush it extra. Bo Nix, though, again unfazed, goes outside, finds the former Jaguar, Evan Ingram. That's 9, picks up 5. Yeah, for better or for worse, I am a Browns fan. I'm not sure if you are as well, but hey, welcome to the family. Browns are 1-3 this season, had a heartbreaking loss last week. Brutal game there. Talk about that in a minute. Bo Nix going to hand off up the middle. R.J. Harvey almost pulled free. Bengals, though, forced the third down. Yeah, Browns took down the Ravens 13-10. Defensive masterclass there. But in week 3 had a 2-point conversion with 1 second left to win it against the Packers, and Joe Flacco was sacked, unfortunately. Mets secure the win. Edwin Diaz gets it done. Wow. 3rd and 3 here. An important conversion for Bo Nix. Play action pass again. Back down the middle. Open. Evan Ingram. Chino Stone just a bit too late. What up, David? Bengals win it. We'll see if they can come back. Yeah, I can actually tell you what my most ever live viewers peak-wise is in chat here in a moment. Broncos back to the I-4. Bo Nix, though, back through the air. Sets, fires, downfield, pulling away to the end zone. And down at the 1, Marvin Mims almost had a heroic dive. It's somehow shut down. Shocked he even held onto the football there, can't lie to you. But he did. Yeah, way back in 2022, the Titans-Commanders Week 5 stream peaked at 44. What a game that was, 2 unbeaten teams back then. Denver tried to punch it in from a half-yard away. Left side handoff is into the end zone. And touchdown number 3 for J.K. Dobbins. How about that? Denver back ahead by 2 scores. Joe Burrow going to have to run even faster to keep up with this high-paced offense of Denver. J.K. all day. Washington was like 7-0 that year. They were crazy. What up, Henry? Another Bronco fan in here. Maybe we'll see Mile High tune in as well. We will see. Yes, like if you can't wait for the season to start. Hall of Fame game coming up soon. Denver going to keep the offense out there going for 2. Trying to make this a 14-point advantage. Nick's going to roll left, step up into a sack. And the Bengals get the better of them on the conversion. Miles Murphy once again makes the big-time play. We have 58 people in chat. If we don't end this stream with at least 30 likes, I don't know what's going on. So many new people and a whole lot of appreciation. Want to reiterate and mention again the Week 5 pick'em. There is a spot in the MSG invite-only fantasy league on the line. If you finish in the top 13 there, go to the community tab or the Discord. Link can be provided via moderators. Jones on the return. Bengal offense will have to take over in more ways than one. Down by 12, 3 minutes to go. Stream is an absolute fever dream. You're not wrong. There's Burrow's stat line. 75%, 1 interception, 1 fumble as well. What a Vulcan. Finally got a Broncos game live. Let's go, man. Feeling like a whole family reunion with a couple of new members of the family in here, too. You'd love to see it. Appreciate it, Chili. There you have it. Cincinnati taking over. 21-33 now the deficit. Handoff goes to Chase Brown. Alex Singleton right there, stride for stride. There you have it. Bo at 300, he's probably close. We'll take a look at the stats post-game as well. Stick around for that. Always checking those for the members-only fantasy purposes. We'll see how that unfolds here. As Burrow going to look to the near sideline one more time, it's Mike Gesicki, been his main man in the second half. Feel like this year will be one of the bigger games of the season after last year's Broncos-Bengals. I would agree. It's going to be a terrific matchup. Or, of course, the Members Invite League usually goes to the bottom performers in the pick'em. Time still ticking away. Precious seconds coming off the clock here that the Bengals are going to look to preserve for as long as possible. Burrow empties out the backfield on 3rd and 5. Outside pass caught, but Yosivas couldn't stay in. And the Bengals are going to have to punt again. What up, King Chavayer? Went to York Fair today? How was it? The MSG League, of course, as it would be called. Wow. Punt coming up here. Ryan Raquel once again putting his right foot through this one. Bronco defense gets a stop. Good kick there. Mims on the fair catch. Number 19 at the 19. We are already 55 minutes into stream, it is not even the fourth quarter. For reference, games usually last 65 to 70 minutes. On average, we have some long ones out there, especially our overtime games, but not usually more than an hour and 20 minutes. This game is pacing to end at around 10:45 or 10:50 at this rate, especially if the offense does not show signs of slowing down. Denver has their largest lead and the football, beginning with a handoff to Harvey. And maybe they are going to iterate more rushing into their arsenal. Night to my pick'em win dreams. A brutal night for John Zeller. Tried to pick the upset, and it bit him in the behind. It was a very chalky week, I must say, for the pick'em. Not a whole lot of upsets. I think the Giants over the Chargers was the big one. Other than that, though, not a whole lot that I can remember. Time of the season you can really start to pull apart who's the better team as Bo Nix goes downfield, nearly fired an interception. Jordan Battle has been battling. Having a good game, at least in this third quarter, second pass breakup in the last 8.5. Denver scores, go to bed. Chili's retiring if Bo Nix scores another touchdown, I'm hearing. 3rd and 8, Bengals again. Trying to get rescued by their defense, and that's exactly what will happen. Bo Nix is crushed. Cedric Joseph. B.J. Hill in the mix as well. And they get to stop their heart's desire. Broncos finally didn't have it. And their system took melatonin dying watching this. I feel like I'm immune to that at this point. I'll take 3 milligrams. I'll be up for another 2 hours. It's not a good thing, by the way. Get sleep. I'm on 11 hours in 2 days. Get sleep, guys. Broncos on the punts. This is Jeremy Crawshaw. And Charlie Jones will take a return. Interesting choice there. Only gets about an extra yard. Up to the 44. Joe Burrow needs a takeover kind of drive. We got 27 likes. Okay, the likes prove that the people in chat aren't bots, by the way. Sometimes YouTube gets the view count wrong. Based on that, though, I can confirm we have 58 real people in here. That's awesome. Got funnel cake. Hey, funnel cake's fire. I was at a state fair yesterday, actually. Had to get some state fair chicken tenders. Waning moments of the third quarter. And the inside handoff goes to Chase Brown. He will find just a yard. Santoria with a $2 dono. Newbies, you too can have touchdowns stolen by Calcaterra. A good time to mention we have a members-only fantasy league. You also get access to some channel emotes, but by joining for $4.99 a month, you can join the Discord server for a chance at a jersey of your choice. One more snap here in the third quarter. Burrow looking deep downfield again. Actually, that's a check down. My depth perception fails me once more, which will take us to the end of 3. Bengals 21, Broncos 33. Appreciate the dono once again, Santori. Generosity always much appreciated. Fourth quarter is underway from Mile High. Beginning with a 3rd and 3 from the Bronco 49. Burrow being rushed by 5. Pass is incomplete. Drew Sample couldn't hang on. It just didn't work out for him. And the Bengals, I feel like, have to go for this. And they will. Finally, they make the executive decision correctly. 3 tight end set on 4th and 3. They will go. Handoff up the middle. Chase Brown breaks the tackle and breaks into the secondary. What a time for a 17-yard pickup. And John Zeller with a $4.99. Much appreciated, pulling all the way up to a $13 or so advantage at the very top of the all-time dono list. Appreciate it. Historic stream indeed. Thank you, my friend. 1st and 10 again. Brown is motioned out to the left-hand side of Burrow. Broncos rushing 4. Burrow scampers right, fires it incompletion. Good defense there from Denver. There it is. Yes, we are at 61 live viewers. We have never hit 50 before. This is awesome. Love to see it. Getting up there. Stream's got to get to 30. I'm not sure what it's at. Let me know. Good pressure there. Burrow had to fire. And incompletion. Brown motioned out to the left once again. Same type of play call. This time Burrow goes downfield. Yosivash again. No, it's Chase Brown actually, the running back. Put in motion, never followed. Joe Burrow had eyes on him the whole time. And it sets up first and goal. And Chili with the $10 dono, 60 viewers. What a historic night. As Chili enters the $200 mark, all-time dono. Appreciate you, my friend. Bengals trying to make things interesting with a touchdown. Inside pass nearly picked off. Nick Bonito had both hands on it and could not reel it in. What up, Franco? Oh, so close to this game being over. Bounciest hands in the NFL right there. Bronco defense almost forced their third turnover. Burrow, though, has second life, looking to deal with it nicely. Back in the end zone, almost did it again. Trey Greenlaw that time. And Burrow was just playing with fire. Goodness. Back to back. Joe Burrow. Man. Wow. Former 49er almost makes an incredible play. It is third and goal, though. Burrow steps to his right, takes off, steps up, and finds the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Back within 6. There you have it. Joe Burrow taking over with his legs. What a time to run the football. Bengals down by 6. What a poor gaming clip. I know this is Madden 25. These are the official rosters, though. I should say unofficial rosters. That'll be used in Madden 26 come about 2 weeks. So we will be there. Have the pre-order, have the 3-day early access for August 11th. If we can get it a day earlier, like we have been in years past, we will also do that much. McPherson on for the extra point. It is on the way, and it is good. 5-point game from Empower Field at Mile High Stadium. This game's far from over. I'm telling you, 2 scores is not enough to separate these two high-octane offenses. Yeah, I got the college football Madden bundle. Did a Michigan-Ohio State stream on my channel, just with the college football commentary. Even though I'm an Ohio State fan, not too familiar with the roster. It's constantly changing, though. It's what I don't like about college. When it comes to calling those games there, still, though, worth the money. Broncos will take over. Lead trimmed down to 5. Devon Vele upended at the 26. And Bo Nix looking for a legacy drive here. Touchdown might just win it, depending on how much time comes off the clock. Field goal maximizes their 1-score lead. We have 64 people in chat right now, and I am asking for generosity. And all that is the free like that you can give on the stream. We are shooting for 50. Why not shoot high? 8:31 left in regulation. Do we have overtime on the horizons? It's a possibility, especially with a Denver field goal. R.J. Harvey goes nowhere, though. We are going crazy. Stream is bugging, too. Happens from time to time, especially with how much this console has been through today. I've been on it quite a bit. And this is streamed, too. It happens. Looks like Cortland Sutton up top is in press coverage. Keep an extra eye on him as the handoff goes inside again. Bengals all over it. Logan Wilson, B.J. Hill. Each collect a half tackle on J.K. Dobbins. Take a look at the live poll. 44 votes, 70% in favor of the Denver Broncos. Can they hang on late? That's the question. Time for a do you believe it moment. On 3rd and 10, screen pass set up, caught by Harvey, fighting to the line to gain, he's got it. Broncos convert. Had to have it, did have it. They find the first down. That is not Sean Payton, you would be correct. EA does not have his licensing rights. It's the same that happened back in the day with Bill Belichick. 3 minutes gone by here in a crucial 4th quarter. Handoff goes back inside. Harvey has the intelligence to kick it back left, though. That's a 6-yard pickup. Screen worked in Madden 25. It has been actually a lot recently. Packers had a very good number of successful screens in their loss last night. Madden might be redeeming itself toward the end of the year here. We'll see. Harvey picks up another 6. Dual threat ability of this offense is on full display. Evan Ingram up the sideline inside the 20. And the Broncos are well within field goal range. A first down, time under their belt. All the resources they could ask for. Just have to play it smart. They look hard to stop here. Not going to lie to you. Inside of 6 now. Bo Nick's going to make an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. Still looking to throw the football. Outside passes overshot. A little too much steam on that. 36 likes is absolutely wild. Yeah. What a stream, man. Can't forget this one. No matter how it ends, hopefully it ends in entertaining fashion. That's for sure. We can only hope that Madden would suffice with my inquiries. 2nd and 10. At the Bengals 17 after the incompletion. Back inside, Evan Ingram makes it 1st and goal. That's a 15-yard pickup. What up, Lila? Good to have you back in here as well. It truly is a reminiscent kind of stream. All the old faces and a whole lot of new faces in here for the final game of Week 4. Broncos trying to get to 3-1 with a victory. Handoff goes inside and into the end zone. And guess who? JK all day. Dobbins now with 2 receiving and 2 rushing. What a pickup in the offseason. Might be ball game, can't lie. What's going on with the defense? It's the Bengals. That's what's going on. Extra point for Will Lutz to make it a 40-point day for the Bronco offense. It is up and good. And how about this? Can't forget Scorigami is absolutely on the table with an obscure number like 40. Ooh, okay, it's probably not going to happen. 40-31 and 40-36 are Scorigami. So a field goal, which is not really a play here at this point, or a touchdown and 2-point conversion, which also makes no sense, would hypothetically get a Scorigami, but probably not going to happen. Is what I did. Tried 50-minute quarters before. I have done those in the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl only, just because those take an egregious amount of time to do. And honestly, it's a little bit more unrealistic. You can see how many points we have already with just 10-minute quarters. Bengals return up to the 26. 5:13 to go. Likely for the rest of the game. Overtime doesn't seem to be in sight anymore. Especially if this Bengal offense cannot find the end zone here. What up, Mark Dragu? Keep going, Broncos. See if they can finish it off here. And to all my new Bronco fans in the chat, don't forget to check out highlight videos from weeks 1 through 3. You'll really appreciate those. 5:13 to go here in Denver. Final game of Week 4. Joe Burrow running for his life and has to fire another incompletion. And John Zeller with a double dip. One more dip for the best stream of all time. Much appreciated, man. Might not be the best game of all time, but hey, when it comes to the community, everybody came together. Really helped out. See, this is what likes will do. I'm telling you, the algorithm appreciates you guys more than me. Burrow going to favor the empty. Broncos just going to rush 3, protecting downfield. Burrow finds Higgins on the crosser. 8-yard pickup there. Keeps the clock rolling. T. Higgins has had an awfully quiet day today. Can't lie. Happens, though, when you face a pass rush. Like the Broncos don't have time to go through your progressions. A lot of times, Jamar Chase just out wide open. Josivash, though, having himself a pretty good day. 2 touchdowns. And a deep ball in the mix as well. Burrow again going to put Chase Brown outside to his left. Quick inside ball caught by Higgins. And as I mentioned, his lack of production, he starts to produce right on cue. That's just poetic, isn't it? Time is still, though, getting away from the Bengals. They have to score. Preferably before the 2-minute warning. See if they can get to that point. Bengals bring in an extra tight end. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow back down the middle. Big hit. Pass held onto, though. Near a first down, 7-yard pickup is the ultimate decision. Got to score quick. No choice. A must-have possession here. One fumble, one interception. Something he'll look back at later. Burrow steps up, but he's sacked by Zach Allen. Been making headway in the backfield against Chase Brown. Finally gets home with his first defensive play on the quarterback. And what looked bad just looks even worse now for Cincy. Loss of 3 on the play. Bengals back to the no huddle. Broncos going to rush 4. Nick Benito drops in coverage. Burrow going deep again. Gesicki hangs on. Another first down strike. Inside the 30. And a field goal does no good. Joe Burrow over 350 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and the interception. Again, a great day. Just maybe not great enough. What a battle we've been treated to here between Burrow and Bo Nix. As Joe going deep again, incomplete. That time a little bit too much coverage in the area of Mike Gesicki. Passes broken up by Jahdae Barron, who had the early interception on Joe Burrow. Again, the Bengals have time, but not too much of it. All 3 timeouts as well. Could come up importantly on the defensive end. Gesicki is in motion pre-snap. Pass down the middle, knocked away. Pat Surtain finally has his name called. Has not had a lot of passes his direction. That is the most of the reason why we haven't talked about him today. Been terrific locking down Jamar Chase when he's on him. And T. Higgins the rest of the game. As that's who he's on here on a 3rd and 10. Burrow going to switch it up here at the line of scrimmage, seeing something he likes in the secondary. Broncos looking to send 4 and potentially an extra. Not this time, though. Burrow down the middle, caught by Higgins, fighting upfield. It's 4th and 1. Just a tad bit short. And will the Bengals take us to the 2-minute warning? Wouldn't be wise to. But they have to convert here. They have no choice. Gotta go. And gotta go now. Since he already converted on a 4th down, needed here on 4th and 1, they get it. T. Higgins. And that play will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Broncos may have lost the battle, but it looks like they are winning the war with the clock. It's the Bengals 28, the Broncos 40 at the final 2-minute warning. And right back to action we go. Last game of week number 4. Been an absolute treat in more ways than one. Joe Burrow and the Bengals need a touchdown on this drive. Then a stop, then another. Would have to be an ultimate collapse from Denver for something like that to happen. High step again. Burrow on the quick fire, caught by Gesicki. That one picks up 9 as Gesicki is over 100 yards receiving. I was going to say, it was only a matter of time before that happens. You just knew it was coming eventually. Had to happen. Bengals in the no huddle, 2nd and inches from the 3. Burrow goes back end zone. Wide open Chase Brown. This game not over yet. Touchdown Bengals. All right. It'd be funny if they went for 2. I'm just saying. Would be hilarious if they did. Just for the score. Got me, but hey, you never know. They will not. Evan McPherson on for the extra point. And Joe Burrow's 5th passing touchdown gets them back within 5. What up, Wayne G? Streams always get you pumped for the season. I appreciate it, man. That's the goal. Delivering the football without the actual football. 12-play, 74-yard drive in just under 3.5 minutes. And expect an onside kick here. I think that would be the play. They might not. They might. We'll see. I don't think I'd mind either decision. We've only had 1 recovered in the 4-year history of this channel. A friendly reminder. Almost had one a couple weeks ago. But almost does not count, only in horseshoes and hand grenades. As McPherson will deliver a kickoff back to Denver. Broncos will take over. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. Marvin Mims out to the 25. 1:27 left to go. 1st and 10 for Denver. Appreciate it, Brent. Appreciate all you guys. Little leaving you guys behind here. Not that I'm wanting too early. Hopefully this game finds overtime some way, somehow. But I appreciate all the love in the stream. It's been truly remarkable. Broncos are a couple of first downs away from a Week 4 victory and a 3-1 record. That's a good start. 6 yards picked up for J.K. Dobbins. Broncos to the 30. Timeout taken by Cincy. And at this point, a first down will win it. So long as the tailback does not go out of bounds. 69 people in chat. That is a crazy number. Unbelievable stream. Looks like that is J.K. Dobbins again. On 2nd and 4, handoff goes inside, and it's a first down. That'll be ball game. And it's R.J. Harvey who calls it. How many points do you think Nix has? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how to calculate quarterback stats off the top of my head. Completion percentage is tough. I know that plays a factor. Even still, that should just about do it. Broncos going to head to victory formation. And this should put a cap on this one. Bengals going to take a timeout stubbornly, as we would expect. What a week 4 was. What did I say earlier? Final score was going to be in the high 30s to low 40s. 35-40. Just about what you would expect between the Bengals and the Broncos. Denver, though, ecstatic to improve to 3-1. Bengals going to fall to 2-2. Losing on even weeks. Winning on odd ones. Kneel down number 2 for Bo Nix. They'll need one more. And we'll probably see a Denver punt. Because Madden doesn't understand. See, in college football, when they take a knee, it's done. 40 likes. Let's go. Love to see it. That is crazy. I don't think we'll ever hit that number again. We'll see you, Chili. Appreciate you. Denver into victory formation. One final time. Bo Nix takes the final kneel down. And that should do it. I'm telling you, though, it won't. Guaranteeing we see one more punt from Jeremy Crawshaw. Appreciate it, Lila. Like the other accounts. Let's go. A win's a win. A win is a win. How about it? Time is going to run out here for the Cincinnati Bengals as the Broncos going to punt it away one final time. Fair catch called for, and that is that. Bengals fall to 2-2, 35-40. The Broncos get the better end of them, and they improve to 3-1 on the season. And that concludes the best stream in the history of this channel. We'll take a look at the player stats. What a game for both quarterbacks. Bo Nix had a very silent second half just because they didn't throw the football too much. Look at J.K. Dobbins, though. 2 rushing, 2 receiving. Andres Iosivas as well had himself quite the game. And Mike Gesicki, the only guy over 100 receiving yards. Cannot say I appreciate everybody enough. All the donos, all of the people liking, all the people just in here, have a casual conversation. It means the world to me. Hopefully you guys are ready for week 5. We're taking tomorrow off. Back on Tuesday evening with the Rams and Niners Thursday Night Football. Get your pick 'em in if you haven't yet. Hope to see you guys.